Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I have a brief thought for you today. We've made it through week 5 of the New Testament challenge. We're on day 34. Congratulations. Luke 15 and 16 are our readings for today, and we're finishing up Philippians with Philippians 3 and 4. We're on Philippians, we're on chapter 3 and 4. I can't resist today doing a brief thought on Philippians chapter 4, which is one of my favorite passages in Scripture. And specifically today, I want to focus on verse 8 and 9, where Paul writes, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you." The God of peace will be with you. This has been a difficult past week for our country. An election always seems to bring out the worst in us. And I told you earlier this week, I've wrestled with how much do I bring the election into our daily thoughts here. And I've done it a little bit, but what I hope to do throughout this past week and what I hope to do today is to focus us not just on the election, but what is eternally true. What are deeper truths that we need to know and focus on that are way more important than an election? I'd love to ask you the question today, what are you thinking about? Where are you focusing your thoughts? If you're anything like me, my thoughts are often all over the place. And often the things that I will think in my head, they're not always healthy, they're not always true, they're not always good things to be thinking about. What Philippians reminds us today is to focus our thoughts, to focus our mind on good things and what really matters. Now, I want to give you a specific practice to do that. If you find your thoughts wandering, if you find yourself going down a dark path in terms of your thoughts, write out those dark thoughts. But then here's an important practice. Right next to those dark thoughts, write out God's truth that counteracts that thought. So whatever you might be worried about, whatever, whether it's the election or your life or your finances or your relationship or whatever it might be, write out your fear there, write out the darkness, and then right next to it, write out God's truth. And what I want to challenge you today is to focus not on the darkness, but to focus on God's truth that counteracts those dark thoughts. Focus on God's truth. Focus on whatever is true and lovely and pure and holy. And then see if God doesn't bring peace and wholeness to your life in the midst of that. God's grace and peace be with you.